Hello users, and welcome to another episodic installation of Above It All. My back is really itchy, and I've got this short video here that details how police decided in Seattle to ransack and destroy a peaceful vigil in remembrance for a protester, Summer Taylor, that was ran over and massacred in a car attack. I believe this was early-ish July, though the last few months have felt like years, so it's hard to tell. But it was in July, and this is how police reacted to an entirely peaceful vigil. So we have a nice little edited video here with nice music, and it kind of edits together a montage of what happened over the course of the evening. Actually, I'll narrate this as well. On August 26th, protesters from Seattle's Everyday March visited the Washington State Patrol headquarters. The group planned to host a vigil for Summer Taylor, a fellow protester who was murdered on the freeway in July. The Everyday March is always accompanied by the Car Brigade. The Car Brigade uses vehicles to form a perimeter around protesters in order to prevent another tragedy like the one that killed Summer Taylor. Shortly after arriving at the headquarters, the protesters are told the car brigade would be towed for blocking traffic, despite the fact that protesters leave one side of the road open and aren't blocking the building's driveway or impeding emergency vehicles in any way. The Everyday March is determined to do their vigil regardless of the threats, so they sit down on the sidewalk to observe a moment of silence in honor of Summer Taylor. The vigil is interrupted when multiple tow trucks appear, and the Seattle Police Department deploys dozens of officers onto the street outside the building. Without warning, or in order to disperse, the officers begin violently moving the crowd back. Along the way, police break windows, arrest drivers, and impound vehicles. Seattle police continue their push for several blocks, assaulting multiple members of the media. They use pepper spray indiscriminately.
Oh God, man, you're macing everybody!
Literally macing into the sky. And recklessly deploy explosives. They chase the protesters through a residential neighborhood at running speed, knocking people over as they charge the crowd. Several protesters are arrested and many more are injured. All because of a candlelight vigil.
You just walked on that on purpose.
Defund Seattle Police Department. So again, this is how cops react if you're peaceful. I'll let your brain do the rest of that thinking, but again, people cannot have a peaceful memorial for one of their friends who was massacred during a protest without cops deciding to rain terror, destroy people's property. By the way, where are the people claiming that there are rioters and looters? Rioters and looters! Rioters and looters! Oh wait, no, it was the cops rioting and looting. Stealing people's phones, breaking car windows for fun, desecrating a memorial. It was the cops rioting and looting, running through the streets, beating people down with batons. So what's the point of a non-violent, peaceful protest if cops are just going to come out and attack people and try to kill people? What is the point? I don't know. I'll let your brain do the rest of the thinking for that. But seriously, there is a problem in this country. If people cannot have and host a memorial without police beating their shins in and pepper spraying into the air and throwing explosives into crowds, then we don't live in a free country. We don't live in a democracy. We don't live in a country with protected and free speech. We live in a fascist dictatorship, and we need to start acting accordingly before things get worse. Thank you for watching. Rest in power, Summer Taylor. What an awful and disgusting display by the Seattle Police Department.